Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy Sir Wilkins of the Job and Tears podcast. And I hope all is well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is another episode of Coffee Talk with Friends. And I got a friend here. Who just ate a sensu bean. And he's charging up right now. He's ready for war, ready for a conversation. It's my boy Dryzzy from, Power Ups and Power Bombs. Brother, welcome to Coffee Talk with Friends.
I will shake the rope, but I ain't man.
Welcome. How you feeling? What's going on with you?
I am good. I've had a long day, but I'm unwound. I'm good. I'm in my little studio now.
Well, welcome. So we're gonna start off real quickly. I always like to start off with love on Coffee Talk with Friends. So currently, what are you loving in professional wrestling right now?
My favorite thing, Jey Uso. Right now, Jey Uso to me is the best storyline in wrestling. Not the tribal chief. Yes, the tribal chief thing is cool and everything, but Jey Uso alone has me invested in all of this.
Why is that?
Because if you look at where he came from, like he legit looked like he was going to win the world title for a little bit, and Roman Reigns literally beat him down into a point where he was this tall. Now he's this tall. Like he's got the small man complex now, and you can see like each week he gets a little more unhinged. I got to do this. I got to put all this pressure on me. Everybody's looking at me. The fam's looking at me. Roman's looking at me. If I mess this up, he gonna kick me out the fam. Like he's like legit. Like just watching him become deranged. That's probably kind of toxic, but
it's hella toxic. It's hella fucking toxic.
It is. It's very.
But yeah, Jay right now is I'm loving it, and I kind of don't want Jimmy to come back.
I don't either. Like, and I always thought Jimmy was better. I always thought Jimmy was better, but ever since that promo where he was like, when they see me and my brother, they don't say who's the mark. They say which one are you? It's like ooh. But I think I've been a Jay fan ever since they turned heel and they were doing the battle rap stuff. Like Jay's bars was a whole lot better than Jimmy's a lot of the time.
Do we know who's older?
I think Jimmy's older by like a couple of minutes.
Okay. All right, but it's crazy because they doing such good shit with Jay. Like even though he's getting his ass whooped like every other week, it's still such good shit.
Yes,
it's still.
They've gotten to a point where he could take losses, but just one win and he's heated back up and ready to go. Like if he was to turn face right now, he very well could beat Roman. Because Roman's never really beat him.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at that. And I wouldn't mind him getting like a little IC title, USA title for a little bit.
Yeah.
But they look.
Uh-oh. Oh no. And it's just me. So I guess it's a hostile takeover now?
Hello?
There you go.
Just kick me out real quick. What the hell? But yeah, like I was telling you, like I wouldn't mind him getting like a little IC title run. A little mid card love it.
Yeah, give him a little something. All this good work. Give him something.
Give him something for the culture. But let's talk some shit. Let's talk some bad stuff. What you not feeling right now currently in professional wrestling?
I can't say that I don't feel it. I'm not too happy with it, but I'm intrigued to see where it goes. This entire Kenny, hold on, on the show we call him Kenneth Deshaun Thanos Omega and his collecting of all the belts.
Okay.
Like, I really don't see where this is going. Because there's only way Impact and AEW in this relationship. Maybe in WA. He's gone again. It's like I say, if I said Kenny Omega, it kicked him out. Let's see if he comes back. If not, take the show over.
I'm back. My bad. My AirPods connected. That's one. Go ahead.
Gotcha. But I don't understand where it's going because there's only like really 2 belts involved in all of it. Now, if NWA was involved, and MLW, and in New Japan, which we all know ain't gonna happen, I could see this going somewhere. But right now, I feel like it hit its peak Sunday, and what are we doing now? Like,
I mean, he has a AAA title, but nobody sees AAA on TV like that. If you're obviously like super invested into that, the only thing that, and you're right, if New Japan gets involved, then it means something a whole lot bigger. This whole collecting of titles.
And if New Japan gets involved, it has to end with New Japan because I can only see Kota Ibushi beating him for anything.
That would be some hard shit, though. That would be hard. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be excited for that.
Let Kota Ibushi beat Kenny Omega, and if he wins, everybody gets their belts back, and it's like a hard reset for everybody, and everybody's having tournaments. Ooh, that's a good idea.
That's a really good idea. A hard reset. That's something like that is like people beating Thanos. Yeah.
If y'all want to use that, please pay me. That's a good damn. I scared myself with that one. Like, damn, that was a good idea.
It's a legit good idea because it would be some dope shit though. But okay, let's say New Japan doesn't get involved, right?
Yeah.
What if he gets the NWA title from Nick Aldis?
Mm-hmm.
What if he gets the ROH title? Who's the ROH champion right now? Do we know?
It's Roosh.
Roosh. But what if he gets that? What if his job is to come over to America and conquer America? Because he's already conquered Japan, technically.
Facts.
So maybe that is what he's trying to do, which would be awesome. But would NWA agree to let their longest reigning champ lose to Kenny Omega?
Longest reigning champ and one of the most prestigious titles in all of pro wrestling right now.
Exactly.
Like
for him to give up a title. I mean, he did it. He let Cody win. Remember?
Yeah, but that was more of a heritage. Like, you're Dusty's son. You're like you should be fighting for this belt. Well,
that's true. But if they let Cody get it, they let Cody get it. So why not Kenny? But then they're doing the same thing that Vince McMahon did to the territories.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? I think shout out to Kiki because me and her talk about it all the time. I think he's low-key trying to destroy everything else and become that legit only other option besides WWE.
He's pretty much they're on their way.
I think that's what's going on right now, low-key. He's reading Vince McMahon's playbook.
Pretty much.
He's legit doing that right now. But let's get hot. Let's get hot. Let's get spicy. Let's get a little zesty. Pause. So what is your coffee hot take of the day?
Raw needs to stop being 3 hours. This is what we need to do to Raw, because I've thought about this extensively. How about the first hour and a half is an all-women show for all of the WWE women? Go ahead and change the Raw title to the World WWE Women's Championship. Put the women's tag titles on there. Make the SmackDown title the women's IC title. Make that whole hour and 30 minutes, the first hour and 30 minutes, a women's show. Make Raw an hour and 30 minutes, because everything they're doing fits in an hour and 30 minutes. They're just trying to stretch it out over 3 hours.
It's been bad. It's been fucking bad.
Honestly, Raw has been bad for years. It had a little bit of an uptick, back when they started doing the super shows, And then the super shows got boring really quick because they were using the same 12 people every week for a 3-hour show.
There's no reason to have the same talent for a 3-hour show. And the segments could be a whole lot shorter too.
Yes.
But it's crazy because they have 3 hours. AEW has 2, and AEW can't fit all their talent in their 2 hours.
True. But they seem to do more.
AEW?
Yeah, they do a little bit more with their 2 hours 100%. Than what WWE does with 3. NXT was doing more with 1 hour than what Raw does with 3.
My only problem with AEW when it comes to their show format is that they give the Bucks too much fucking time.
Oh, the Bucks get it. The EVPs just put their dick on the table on her. You're like,
bro, no. The Bucks are like Triple H when it comes to their matches.
Like everybody says,
like minimum 30 minutes.
Like the joke is Cody is Triple H. No, it's the Bucks, 110%.
Nah, it's the Bucks because the Bucks be taking like, I think it was like not this past week, but the week before. I was like, yo, they're opening the show with a 30-minute match. What is? Am I bugging right? Like, yo, I didn't know.
Like they just, what's the shortest match they've had? I'm trying. I don't think they've had anything less than a 30-minute match.
Because their thing is that, and it's funny because Triple H is all about the technician, the psychology, all that other shit, but the Bucks are the same way as well, but it's on their spots that they want.
Mm-hmm.
And Triple H is all about telling this story, which is a lot like Randy Orton does. But it stretches off for too long. And the Bucks are all about getting all their spots in for a show. And it's also because they're a little bitter because, you know, they used to get shorter matches back in the day and people weren't respecting what they were doing.
Understood.
Their book is really good. It talks about like them, what they went through in the independent scene because nobody. Nah, it was really, really bad. Like they weren't getting no respect. They went to Impact, no love there. They went to different parts of the world, and there was really no love. But Dave Meltzer, this is why they love Dave Meltzer. Dave Meltzer really put them on. I mean, they put themselves on. It was New Japan and Dave Meltzer really put them on to get more love, for what they are. I mean, the original Bucks is the Spanish announce table, SAT. Those are the originals of like spots all over. And funny thing about it, I've trained a couple times with Joel Maximo, and he said it. He's like, yeah, we did some stuff that made the industry worse.
Screwing it up.
He's like, yeah, but we're trying to fix it. But the way he teaches is storytelling. You have your spot, but you got to implement the psychology behind the wrestling. But the Bucks, go back to the Bucks, their matches be a solid 30 minutes. And you be like, this should be on a pay-per-view. Why is this on Dynamite 30 minutes long? Like, to open the show.
Yeah.
But like what you said, it's they're the EVP. They're the EVP. Who's your favorite wrestler right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
It's Jey Uso.
Really?
It changes daily because I'll get in the mood and I'll just go down rabbit holes of different wrestling. Like I think last week I was on a Trisha Dora kick. I feel like I'm always on a Trisha Dora kick, really, but I stayed just going through different stuff. The last few days has been Jey Uso though. I've been watching like the old tag team. I think my favorite one was the Usos and the Shield back. It was some years ago.
You mentioned Trisha Dora. I am a massive fan of her, but I became a bigger fan when I saw her wrestle live.
That she's on my wrestler bucket list.
Nah, boy, she's good. She. Whew,
Like,
whew, she wrestled Diana from Impact.
Peraza.
Yeah, she wrestled her, and
So I know that was
if you
fire. I know it
ever
was
can see
fire.
her, you gotta see her. You gotta see her. If you ever get a chance to see, you gotta see her, bro. Like her and Queen Aminata are my favorite independent wrestlers right now. Female wrestlers, like legit favorites.
See, and my favorites were. I have like 8 that I just go down rabbit hole, like Willow Nightingale, Vanity, shut up, Trisha Dora, Faye Jackson is number one on that list. Like when
Nah,
I stopped,
Faye's amazing. Faye's amazing.
like when I stopped watching wrestling, she's what brought me back to wrestling.
Really?
Like, yes, like I don't know what I was doing. I seen her picture and I'm like, okay, let's see. And I think I seen her on a Woman of Honor show. And from there, I just kept up all the time. And then I started seeing other people. That's how I got into Big Swole. That's how I got into Vanity. That's how I got into Trisha Dora. And it started leading me or even more people like Billy Dixon and stuff like that. Like Darius Lockhart, Darius Carter. Like
Darius is one of those wrestlers. I've done like some stuff with him, but he's one of those wrestlers that's an acquired taste, but it's that taste that you taste. You're like, yo, this is amazing. Like
I've been on ever since I seen and he started talking. In fact, my real first my first real seeing of him was the stuff he did with you. I got legit heated for a little bit. Like, oh shit, Wilkins got to have it, and then nothing. I'm like, I didn't pay nothing. I got robbed. Like, damn.
But to be honest, to go behind this, to open up the curtain a little bit, when we were setting everything up, he was the only person that legit was like, because when we were doing the whole thing, setting it up, he was super cool about it. But obviously, within the wrestling industry, and I'll just say it on here, it's all about it's a frat, it's a secret society, it's a club, and I'm a podcaster that was coming in, but a lot of people didn't know that I'm training, that I'm trained to be a wrestler. Mm. And when we were setting everything up, I was getting so much fucking heat. Like, bro, like legit heat. And me and my trainer, I'm super honest. Anybody that like I work with, I'm super honest about it. I try to be transparent as possible. I was like, listen, I'm about to do this angle. I'm letting you know in advance. I might wrestle him. If you don't want me to wrestle him yet because you don't think I'm ready, I understand that. But this is the angle that we're about to do. We do the angle. People, it's getting buzz all over the internet. Again, within the independent black scene especially. And I'm getting shit. Like, people did podcast shitting on me, shitting on the brand. Like, yeah, it was intense. But the thing about it, I was happy because people felt something.
That's the ultimate goal, honestly.
People felt something. The mere fact that you were so mad about it and you thought because I didn't come with the angle. Joaquin Morales of Battle Club Pro came to me about it. I was super like, nah, I don't know about this. I don't know if I want to do this. This is because I try to stay humble in the business because I am an outsider that's coming in because I'm a podcaster and it's like, you know how it is. Yeah. But just to go off of it, he came to me about it and I did it and I was getting shit. They're like, oh, he paid his way to get into the business. No. I was like, no, they approached me like this is what it is. But people felt something. And working with Darius was super easy. He was super nice. He was behind his heel thing, like, and super like willing to teach because he's done it already. And I came in there with a suit, some shoes on. All the wrestlers were saying like, "Yo, why are you dressed like that?" But I remember, rest in peace, Matt Travis from Hall from HOG. We used to we went to the same school with me. He passed away last year actually, and he told me that Cody told him like, every time you show up, you have to look like a superstar. So I wore a suit. And I remember I'm wearing a suit, and I was like, I'm getting shit for this. And Dad was like, nah, always dress like this. Always dress like this when you show up. Because you set the tone. You set the tone. But it's Darius was a really good dude to me when he could have been a complete dick. He could have legit said, I'm not doing this angle. Who the fuck is this guy? But he did it. So I will always have love for Darius behind the scenes because of what he does and how hard he works, and he doesn't get his due respect. You know, he doesn't have your typical industry look. MJF stole
everything.
Yeah. But everything. MJF is MJF. You know what I mean? But Darius is amazing. Everybody you've been saying this has been amazing. Like, genuinely, like, they're good in the ring, and they all are good people. Vanity's great. Willow's super fucking sweet. You mentioned Faye, another amazing woman. Like, but Trish, if she ever comes within your area, and there's a show that she's doing, make sure you go see her perform.
Oh, I believe me, I am.
Nah, I saw that live. Like, Shorty's polished. And she was working with Diana. So I remember, I mean, Tessa's not the greatest person in the world, but she did a show in New York. And it was a fatal 4-way. Tessa super trained, super, whatever. It looked like she was a Ferrari racing a bunch of 96 Toyota Camrys. That's how good she was. Now, when I say Trish and Diana were like two Ferraris going at it, that's how good Trish. Trish is not from the didn't spend time in WWE. Trish is training on the independent scene, taking bookings, doing it with different types of people. Like, Trish is different. Like, her and Queen Aminata are like my favorites, not signed women wrestlers. Like, hands down. Like, Faye is up there, but she's retired now. She's about to retire, so no. But those two, if you ever get a chance to see them perform, make sure you go.
Absolutely.
It's just good ass wrestling. Who you have any other favorites? Like, any other matter of fact, give me 5 of your favorite WWE matches.
All right. Number 5. I can't even put these in order.
Don't be order. Just throw it out there. Just give me 5.
Elimination Chamber. I forget the year. It's the Shield versus the Wyatt family. Yeah, there was a Raw. It's the infamous Raw match. Shawn Michaels versus Shelton Benjamin. Let's see. I think it's TLC 3. I was on SmackDown. It was Kane, and the one that Kane won by himself. I know it was Edge and Christian, the Hardys, the Dudleys. No, it wasn't Kane. It was Jericho and Benoit.
Oh, that match. That TLC that nobody wants to talk about?
We're not allowed to talk about that. That didn't happen. Scrap from the
It never happened. It's not on the network. It was on the network. It's not on It wasn't on Peacock. It
whole SmackDown never happened. That
never happened. What else?
Cena versus RVD at One Night Stand 2. The atmosphere alone in that match. And my last one, I'm just going down the Rolodex. There's so many. I'm gonna say Taker and New Day, Usos, Hell in a Cell.
Nice. Those are some great picks. Drizzy. But we gotta go. We gotta end this real quick because I gotta go to bed.
Pretty sure my kids are done at the door now. So,
ladies and gentlemen, this was another great episode of Coffee Talk with Friends from my boy Dryzzy from Power Ups and Power Bombs podcast. Brother, let people know where they can find you.
You can find me on IG at BIGDRYZZY502. I'm also on Twitter at PUPB and we also have a group page on IG, Power Ups and Power Bombs, all together, one word. We try to be everywhere we can be. Facebook group will be coming soon, hopefully. Shout out to my co-hosts Bernard and Black Barbie 116. And thank y'all. Thank you. I tell everybody all the time, Jobbertons wrote the book that I go for.
I appreciate it. But brother, thank you so much for coming on this week's episode of Coffee Talk with Friends. And I will be talking to you soon.